Jurassic World Rebirth is the newest movie in the Jurassic World franchise, this time starring Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali. Those are the big names of the movie anyway, and yeah, they got some other colleagues they work with because they form a team to get 3 samples from these 3 mutated dinosaur species, and it gets weirder than the last. And yeah, that sounds very video game fetch quest kind of stuff, but it can be very entertaining. Entertaining, you say? Or just downright ridiculous? Because sometimes when I'm watching this movie, I'm like, this has the same mentality as the Fast and Furious movies. Because someone could fall from a crazy huge height or almost get ensnared by some mutated monster dino thing and somehow still be alive to tell the tale, when that is complete bullshit. But luckily, this movie keeps you engaged on what it's trying to set out to do and what the quest is, and every different creature we see throughout this deserted island. Because this is the Forbidden Island. Yeah, sounds kind of familiar. And also, this movie has a bit of familiarity to it because it does call back to the originals, the Jurassic Park movies, especially the first one, because they even go to this damn lab. This is basically them going back to Jurassic Park. I did enjoy that a lot. Hell, I bet this movie would have had those fan service cameo legacy characters that movies like this try to do. But ever since Dominion came out and shit that bed, nah, it's not going to happen. But that's fine. This is a completely new cast of characters that we have to grow attached to, and what their mission is, what they're set out to do. And yeah, there's one group of characters that do drag this movie down, and that's this family side plot. Like, we have this dad and 2 daughters and her boyfriend going out, set sailing in these dino waters, even though that's stupid as shit. Like, why would a dad take his little girl and his teenage daughter and her daughter's friend to a place so far out where it's like they have the signs there, you just ignored them, buddy? And every time we just cut back and forth to them, I just didn't care, bro, because the boyfriends try to get the respect of the dad. It never feels earned. The daughter's just so blind to how much of a shitbag her boyfriend is and just treats her father like shit, ignores her sister. The list goes on and on. And whenever you feel like there could be some development with that relationship between the dad and the daughter's boyfriend, it just gets thrown in the garbage. We're never going to see that again. It never feels paid off. So I'm like, why did I need to cut back to this family every few scenes? We got nothing out of it. The best parts of this movie is with Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, and their crew. They're the ones where I'm like, okay, when they cut back to them from the annoying ass family, I'm like, all right, the movie can start going again or interesting again. They have to get these 3 samples from these 3 dinosaurs. And they use the coolest gear ever. They have this gun that shoots syringes, and the syringe will automatically get the sample, and the canister holding the DNA will just shoot back out, and it'll deploy a parachute, and then the characters can just grab it right there. And we're like, all right, we got it, we got this. So even it could be the biggest beast, big old bastard dinosaur we can ever see, but they'll always get the sample. So you would think there'll be no tension in that, but there are some really thrilling scenes in this movie, especially the scene where Scarlett Johansson is shooting in the water at that big whale dino. That was pretty badass. Does that obey physics? No, but like I said, Fast and Furious mentality over here. We're full on into this now, especially since the cause of this whole production and why dinosaurs are on the loose. They get a flashback in the beginning where it's all caused by a very marketable item. Like, dude, it just follows the same type of trope that another movie I saw this year had, except that time it was with a penny. This time it's with candy. Yeah, the dinosaurs part, how that part of the movie goes, actually does a pretty good job of showing some of these different mutated creations. Even though there's 3 in particular we spend more time with, and also the iconic T-Rex, like in every movie, except the T-Rex, I think, was missing a few chromosomes in this movie. But that's the case with all these dinosaurs. Some of these dinosaurs just straight up ignore you, or they'll like sniff you, and then they'll back away, because I think some of these dinosaurs are pretty brain dead, if I'm being honest, especially the big marketable dinosaur that was in all the trailers, and you looked in and you're like, huh? And then, yeah, the D-Rex. The D-Rex, I don't think is all there. The scientists spent how many months in the lab with this thing and couldn't perfect it? Like,
I'm alive, Johnny!
Oh my God!
I'm alive! Your magic always worked.
You're back.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you showed me up, you put some of the stuffing in the wrong places, so I'm a little fucked up. But will you take care of me forever and ever?
Yeah, I bet these guys are all into splicing different DNA from different species and just seeing what it can create. But I think when you splice too much dinosaur DNA of too many different creatures, yeah, you'll just get shit like that, and it won't. They'll just turn brain dead. There is a velociraptor scene in this movie, and those guys are still on the same bar as they've been in the past, but they do have some horror elements in this movie. I did enjoy that, because we've brought me back to the first movie where you have those creepy scenes with raptors, and you're trying to hide from them, and you're just defenseless, especially when the little girl is in that convenience store scene, like one of the snack bars from the original Jurassic Park. She's in there, and she's trying to avoid these velociraptors. That was pretty chilling. That was cool. In the end, Jurassic World Rebirth was just a cool movie. It was a cool return to form for the franchise. It was just damn entertaining. Had some dumb shit in it, but like, I was just so entertained. I was just so having such a good time watching this. I can't hate too much. So I would be down to see a sequel for this. But you know how it goes in these Jurassic movies. The first one's good. Second and third, those are the shit. So, but we'll see how this goes. Hopefully they got a grip on this and they could do something new. But yeah, let's rate it up. You're gonna have fun with this one. Jurassic World Rebirth gets a B.